Greetings and welcome to another episode of Ball Chat Podcast. It's a happy week for me. This is Junior. My family is on. It's a happy week. A lot of people going to have a bad mind, but I'm happy same way. Football is back. More football is back. Bedtime, come on. My brother and sister, are you as happy as I am that football?
Wait, I'm happy. Come on. Yes, I'm somewhat happy. Let's see. Come on. How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy. My Barcelona won. So I'm
Jesus.
okay. Manchester United lost in a friendly, so I'm extra okay.
So I'm waiting for the Liverpool bad mind talk. Come on. Wouldn't that be icing on the cake for the extra happiness?
It would be.
It would be. Football lovers, welcome to another episode of Ball Chat Podcast as we review the week's major news in the world of soccer, aka football. Ballas and Bugs is back. Ballas being the best and most impressive player of the week. Bugs being an unimpressive players of the week. We'll then review world football, talk about La Liga kicking off. EPL, Manchester City versus Arsenal coming up this Wednesday. Manchester United and Tottenham without Dele Alli. MLS is also have a set date, but we're not wasting any time. Engineer and come on. Ballers of the week, football family. If you're watching us on Ball Chat Podcast YouTube page, our Ball Chat Facebook page, our Island Sports page, and YouTube page, you can take part in the show. You can send all your ballers and bugs live the show. Come on, ladies first ballers in a pandemic. Who do you have as your baller of the week watching football?
Messi is my baller of the week in the fours. I mean, even though it's Mallorca, the 4-0 drubbing of Mallorca was good. Messi doing what he does best with assisting and scoring goals. So even with that, the Jesus-looking hairstyle that he has, he was parting waters or whatever, during the game. So Messi is my baller of the week.
Come on, ballers. A ball of the week is the Jesus, aka Messi of Barcelona, with his Jesus-looking haircut. Messi was instrumental as usual. Star boy baller from Barcelona as Barcelona beat and teach Mallorca what? 4 and get, come on?
4-0.
4-0. Even Arturo Vidal scored on a sumptuous cross from one Mr. Jordi Alba, old Jordi Alba. Come on. That's your ball of the week. Junior, who we have as your ball of the week, Bridget?
My ball of the week has to go to the Spanish FA or the Spanish Football Federation, whatever they want to call themselves, and also the Italian Football Federation. But just getting football back on the field and to the Bundesliga for the continued development of football post-COVID, and just the whole world leagues. They have persevered. They have crossed a lot of borders to get to where we are right now, where we can see football again live on TV. So all the world leagues, I will beat them when we should beat them. I'm going to give them praise for pushing through and getting football back.
So world leagues get football, get Junior's ball of the week. Big up Rex Roy watching us on Ball Chat Facebook page. Rex Roy said, I need a life. Can't believe I have my alarm set for Ball Chat the box cover. Rex Roy, we have as your ball of the week watching us on Facebook page, Ball Chat Facebook page. Spanish FA, or the football governing body, gets Junior's ball of the week for getting football back.
All the
Come on,
administrators.
ball of the week is the one Mr. Lionel Messi scored and instrumental in Barcelona victory against Mallorca. My ball of the week is Dres Martins of Napoli, leading goal scorer in the record holder for Napoli. Imagine that. Dres Martins scored on 122 goals for Napoli. Napoli defeated idiot Inter Milan in the Coppa Italia semi-final now. So Napoli made their way into the Coppa Italia final coming up Wednesday against Juve. So that was also played behind closed door. I also want to give an honorable mention, my ball of the week, to Jordi Alba for being impressive. Boy, I'm all like dirt, but the man is still impressive at left back, still doing his thing. Come on, do you have any honorable ballers of the week before we move to Bucks?
Yeah. I have to say, right, that I am so impressed by Luis Suarez. He came back. I mean, even though it's Barcelona my team or whatever, but he was injured. This is his first game back, and he came back and he didn't skip a beat. So he looked really good. So that's my honorable mention. Homeboy, El Canival.
El Cannibal, Luis Suarez got Comeon's honorable mention. What about Brathwaite? Come on. Didn't Brathwaite score?
Yeah, but you know what? I am not impressed by him. I don't even. I mean, like he's an ordinary baller. But let's see if he can pull out the rest of the season for us. I mean, it's okay, but I'm not really impressed by him.
Luis Suarez, Comeon's honorable mention. Junior, do you have any honorable mention for Ball of the Week?
Oh, the great Norwegian himself, Mr. Erling Haaland. What a brother can score goal, man. Cheese on Pim, he has not skipped a beat. Pandemic. Yo, he's better than Chuck Norris. Erling Haaland scored that goal in the 95th minute to give his side a 1-0 win over the weekend. So I gotta give it to Erling Haaland. He is the true definition of a predator. He needs more time. He needs to be more consistent for me to say world class, but he's on his way.
Yeah, Erling Haaland scored at the death. Borussia Dortmund is still continuing to run in with victories. Lucien Favre and while celebrating the goal, picked up an injury. Maybe he will take a bench for a while from coaching. All right, segueing from Ballers of the Week, and want to let football fans watching us on any platform, Ballers being the impressive players of the week. You can send on your Ballers or send on your Bugs. We're going to get to the Bugs in a minute. Come on, who you have as your Bug of the Week? Bugs are the unimpressive players of the week.
He don't even kick a ball yet, and he's not going to kick a ball come next week. So my bug goes to Dele Alli. Dele Alli is a complete bug right across the board. How many chances will this young man get to mature? How much longer will people say that he's young and it's just youthful, exuberance? How many times? So I believe that his ban for the game was well deserved. His fine was well deserved. The other punishment where he has to do an educational class is well deserved. And he should just shut his mouth, because now he's saying that he feels betrayed because a friend posts a private Snapchat video out there in public. Dude, you shouldn't have done it in the first place. So if you never did do it in the first place, one boy wouldn't have it to share. And plus, learn from Raheem Sterling, and we borrowed one name from Man U named Rooney. When you do things in private and people are there, it's not private. It can be public. So he's my bug of the week.
He didn't kick a ball yet. Well, I guess he's kicking ball in training. Dele Alli got Comeon's bug of the week. Dele Alli is suspended for making inflammatory joke about Asians and COVID back in February. He's suspended out of the Manchester United game. We'll get to that Manchester United game coming up on Friday. We'll get to that in our EPL segment. So before he even kicked a ball in the game in the pandemic, bug of the week for Comeon is Dele Alli. Junior, your bug of the week, boss.
Well, I have two bugs, My bug, first of all, is Dele Alli as well, Comeon said it so eloquently and perfectly. I have nothing more to add. Dele Alli, bug of the week. But the infestation that is the U.S. Soccer Federation, the MLS organized. How stupid, how tone deaf, how idiotic can you be during such racial times for you to come out and say, "Oh, they don't kneeling. We're gonna ban kneeling against the flag." How stupid can you be? Is somebody dumb? And last week, big up NASCAR. Last week I used NASCAR as an example of a pro-white sport that I would not go, and I wouldn't expect to see a lot of black people at. NASCAR decided to ban the Confederate flag. But MLS, that is dependent on minorities, dependent on foreigners, go and get up, there'll be no protest in the flag. And not even a week later they have to backtrack. Somebody don't real quick. I don't know if there is a Raheem or if there is a Jacob or if there's a Dwayne or any other minority name, a Louise that is a part of the MLS board that so happened to have taken PTO for the last week. You guys don't take any more PTO because when you leave the certain people alone in a room together, they make some of the dumbest decisions. So MLS, stupid.
By the way, so I thought you had bugs. Was
They
there
are
any more?
an infestation.
Was
They
there any
are an
more?
infestation.
He said Deli Ali.
Dele Alli and the MLS making a MLS reversing course. So that's a good decision, reversing course, and now you can kneel during the national anthem, Junior. Calm down, Junior. Calm down.
No, I'm hot, man. My blood hot.
Our sitting president says he will be boycotting the sport because of this decision.
Ben
I don't want to watch football to begin with.
Well, wait, come
His
on.
son is an Arsenal.
Promising.
Come on.
But he's an Arsenal fan.
Listen.
Oh
The
yeah,
views-
don't mix up.
the views-
Don't mix up Arsenal. Don't mix up Arsenal.
Not fun. He wears the entire kit.
Doesn't matter. Come on. Don't
The man
mix that
salt
up,
up
brothers.
Arsenal. The
Don't
man
mix that
salt
up,
up
brothers.
Arsenal. The views from is not the views for everybody on Ball Chat podcast. The man said, our president.
All right.
No.
All right. My apologies. Rex Rice says, I don't have a ball of the week. Instead, I have a ball of post-pandemic. Wait, Upamecano, the defender from IP Leipzig. That center half, he's been exceptional. Boy, I want to have to practice pronouncing that name for a few. Forget that one right. El Pistolero says, Harvard's, before he got injured, was baller. And he gave a bug of the week to Dortmund. El Pistolero is giving Dortmund a bug, even though Dortmund won. Jeremy Levy says, better they didn't say anything at all, as in regards to the MLS reversing its decision and allowing our U.S. Soccer Federation essentially reversing its decision, right? Come on. But
Yeah, that's they. I mean, it hasn't been final. They're talking about it. I think they're saying that they will allow players know to do it versus when Rapinoe did it and they were upset. But it's you should also note that the tournament that the MLS will be playing, that they will not be playing the national anthem because there are no fans in the stands. So it's kind of iffy. The US soccer, fans are upset saying that people should stand, and some are saying that we should, practice.
And we'll get to that in our MLS being back segment in a little bit later on in the show. My bug of the week, why goalkeepers, bugs of the week. You have some idiot goalkeepers out there already. 2 goalkeepers got the bug of the week from me. Mönchengladbach goalkeeper Mr. Summer gave an easy tap into Zerzi. Zerzi just tapped in an easy one. Well, Mr. Summer going on the train. And the most idiotic decision I ever seen from a goalkeeper in a while. Pacho of Alaves. Pacho handled the ball outside the box, got a straight red card. In the 18th minutes of the game, Alaves played the game with 10 men for the rest of the game. They lost 2-0 to Espanyol. So my bugs of the week, goalkeeper of Alaves in La Liga, he picked up a red card, handled the ball, man run out the box, come catch ball, like say, man, it have no sense. And Mr. Summer of Mönchengladbach made an easy, idiotic pass to Zerzi, standing in forward for Bayern Munich, as Bayern Munich defeated Mönchengladbach 2-1 in that top of the table, our big matchup in Bundesliga. So those are the ballers and the bugs. Keep sending on your ballers and bugs. Let's get to our world football roundup. Come on, La Liga is next, officially started. But your thoughts?
It wasn't bad. I mean, you could see that some teams and some players were rusty, but it wasn't bad. The 4-0 drubbing by Barcelona is a prime example. While Barcelona played good football, you could see that the quality was not what we would expect. Same thing with Real Madrid today. I thought you were going to talk about my goalkeeper, Courtois. He gave up a goal today. I was like, dude, what are you doing? So it wasn't too bad. I was kind of disappointed because I thought Atletico Madrid would come out all guns blazing to see if they can move up the table, but they could only come with a 1-1 draw. But my boy Costa score, so he had that long layoff. So I mean, La Liga was interesting. There were good games, and some games you're like, let me go watch CNN.
And a big up to Diego Costa after scoring that tying goal in the game against Atletico Bilbao. He held up the jersey of the Atletico Madrid women's player, Teresa, who's recovering from brain tumor. She's underwent operation recently for a brain tumor. So big up to Diego Costa for showing support. Big up Sean White. Sean says, "Come on is my bug of the week." For picking on Arsenal and Manchester United. Football lovers, come on, has been beating Arsenal and Manchester United all week. Now the rubber meets the road as Chelsea will step into the cross here soon. So we'll say Sean White come on the bug of the week. Jermaine Levy says, bug of the week. Bug for VAR for not giving the goal against Bayern Munich. The man foot point was offside. His foot point was off. Referee.
Hey, if you can use your foot point, which any coach would tell you, say, do not kick with your toe. But your toe point can be used to score a goal. So it was correct, sir. It was offside. It was completely offside. So
big up to AA Tenor watching us on Island Sports Network page. AA Town London. AA Tenant says London Town. Big up yourself, football family, wherever you're watching us. Junior, La Liga is back. Real Madrid won, beat and teach there as usual. They kick up a little side Ibar. Eden Hazard looked like they didn't miss the beat. Also, another thing that happened in La Liga was during the Barcelona and Mallorca game, a fan ran onto the field without a mask, was looking for selfies with Messi. La Liga security seemed kind of lapsed there. Junior.
But where the fun come from? They played to an empty stadium. I mean, like, it was like, where come from? It was crazy. It was, Ray was saying that it looked like the HD, it was in HD. So one of those cardboard men actually came to life because it was just crazy where him come from.
So the fan didn't have on a mask, of course, and I think he took a selfie with Jordi Alba, and so I don't know, maybe they'll test that fan and figure out what's going on. He did have a Messi jersey on, but so is that a legitimate concern for this league as they restart? I mean, being able to clearly some of these fans are going to try to sneak their way into the stand, and
no. I mean. Listen, remember we talked about how many people it takes to keep a game going. Even without the fans, it was 300 and something?
Yeah.
Talk about,
yeah.
If a fan can squeeze past 320 persons, it's a good fun. So let it go. I mean, it's like more like MacGyver. If you can squeeze past 320, it means the next MacGyver, and they should hire him to show how him get past whatever. Because you have security at the front.
But Sean is saying it's a coach's family.
So I think it's just a lapse. I don't think it's anything crazy.
But
Julia, you were saying.
Big up Sean White. He's saying is a coach family member. So I have to confirm that. I'm gonna take Sean's word for that. But if it is the coach's family member, that brings another question now. Should the coach be reprimanded for having an idiot in his family that run on the field? And it's so
why
funny.
Why be an idiot? But hold on there. Is the family member of the coach a part of the coaching staff? Is he a part of the state? Is he a part of the 320? If he is one of the 320, then he has to be reprimanded on his own. But if the coach sneak him in, then you have to reprimand the coach.
Well, come on, now we're going into the what if game. I know I am the king of the what if game. So for the what if game now, if this idiot is a part of the coaching staff and his only chance to get a selfie with Messi is during the game and you're a member of the coaching staff,
Yes, it
That
makes no
make me
sense.
ask a lot of questions now about the integrity of the league and where
Yes.
are we going. So it's a slippery slope. Them just, hey, just beat him. Just get the camera, put him on camera, and beat the daylights out of him, and make every fan who thought that was a good idea at that point say,
Yeah, and football family, we need to vet that information whether he is a member of the coaching staff. Because the point that you brought up are a family member of the of one of the coaching staff. Because I mean, the point you brought up, Junior, about him having being able to have easier access, it shouldn't require him going on the field to take a selfie during the match. He should be able to do that. When the game is starting up, maybe unless he's just eager to run on the field and take a selfie.
Or maybe not a coach, not a part of the coaching staff, but maybe part of the stadium crew, maybe the
Okay.
grounds crew. So that's something. Somebody who is a part of the 320. No matter what, always throw there.
Yeah, yeah. Jeremy Levy said, "Coach, we get get 10 bucks." And for all of us, we need to check. And Jeremy says that means him ask the coach for a link, and him said no.
exactly.
So if the coach says no, that means Sean. So come on, we need to bet that one from. But to the game on the field, we said it was good to see La Liga back. They're playing competitively. Real Madrid. Your thoughts on Real Madrid? Come on, and Junior.
Go on, Junior.
I'm going to be very transparent. I really don't care about the first 2 weeks of football.
Okay.
On the pitch, because we cannot, it's impossible. We don't know how the players, Real Madrid, all right, sure, they won 3-1. Yes, they scored 3 goals, blah, blah, blah. But is that a testament of them playing good football? Is that a testament that the opponent's not really interested? Is that what they're going to look like? I don't know. They took care of their business. Atletico Madrid did not take care of their business. So now that begs the question of coaching, motivation. How are you going to? Because we know Real Madrid was a better team on the field. We know Atletico Madrid should have been the better team on the field. Why? Why did Atletico Madrid stutter? Why did Real Madrid seem to not skip a beat? Why did Eden Hazard look like his old self at times? Not fat anymore. Why? Is it so? Give me 2 weeks.
Atletico Madrid drew with Atletico Bilbao. Real Madrid beat the bricks off Eibar.
I wouldn't say beat the bricks still, but them win.
And Mallorca got slapped around by Barcelona. And Sean said he was only kidding. Yo, Sean, we need to vet this information.
But you know what, Sean? Good, because you have people to them research. So I went online and I saw where it says that he said he wanted to meet Messi and take a photo, but he didn't get time to do it before the security officers got him on the field. He says he entered the stadium by jumping over a fence and then came down from the stands to the field. He was released by police, had to sign a document, and that they had him delete the photo that he took with Alba. I hope he forwarded it to somebody else.
Yes, I hope he quickly did.
I did in the cloud somewhere and kind of look field. But he says he is a French origin and he has lived in Mallorca all his life. So he saw an opportunity and he took an opportunity. Sean, don't play with Reno.
Yeah, thank you. Come on, thank you for clearing that up. It seems like this man is a yard man, jump fence and thing.
JC used to go.
Jump fence and thing. So La Liga is back. Pick up Mr. Stewart watching us on Ball Chat YouTube page. Mr. Stewart says Tony Cruz's goal was special regardless who they were playing. Yes, I thought that was a very good goal. Some people don't skip a beat. So La Liga is back. And we'll see what will happen with Atletico Madrid. Like I said, we'll give them a few weeks. Moving away from La Liga to Bundesliga. One league restarted. One league is on the verge of wrapping up. Bayern Munich, the man in the stop win titles, beat Borussia Mönchengladbach. 1 win away from the title. Come on, Tuesday, it's all over, right? They play Werder Bremen.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. The only thing Borussia Dortmund can do right now is just continue winning games and wrap up them spots. But it's a done deal. I don't see anybody crushing Bayern Munich come next week.
Yeah, nobody's stopping him. And I want to get your quick thoughts on Marcus Thuram picked up an injury earlier on in the game, early in the game. Junior come on. He was on a breakaway pretty much, and Boateng haphazardly tackled him. Come on, shouldn't got Boateng. Gotten a harsher punishment for that.
He should have, and I've noticed that Boateng, he has been getting away with those fouls. If you've been watching the games since the restart, his tackles have been reckless, careless, and just, wanton abandonment. That's what I call it. He's just loose and free, and I think the referee was a little bit lenient with him. He should have gotten a harsher punishment because he should know better. He's a seasoned veteran, so he should know better. But his faults have left a lot to be really desired in this, the restart of the league.
And he was the last defender, Junior. I didn't see where he's exactly played the ball anywhere close to the ball. He just stretched out his leg to just stop Marcus from breaking it on goal. Smart decision, yes, but in a sense, he should have gotten a harsher punishment because one almost would, Marcus probably would have scored. And now Marcus is probably going to be out for a little bit for Mönchengladbach. Junior, your thoughts on Bayern Munich continue to run hot and overall display against Mönchengladbach?
Well, I want to apologize to Bayern Munich because we've been doing ball chat for 2 years now? Going on 3. And for the last couple of years, every year it's, this is the year Bayern Munich finally drop off. This is the year, Ribéry and Robin gone. There's no more players on the wing. Lewandowski's getting old. And they just keep figuring it out. A pandemic didn't stop them. I think it's a testament to their organization, to their structure. And it's also a testament to the fear factor that jersey and that logo carries with it. That teams seem to be defeated just going on the field against them. And this is not a knee-jerk reaction. This is not, we're going off the last 2 weeks after restart. No, this is kind of the trend. This is how they are. So big up Bayern Munich. They are the trendsetters in Germany right now for sure. And they are not ready to give up the guard. Dortmund tried. I think they're going to be dismantled soon. And I don't know.
Manchester United fan, Junior, Sean said, turn up your mic, you lower brethren, or else you're whispering when it comes to celebrating Bayern Munich eminent title. Come on, RB Leipzig is pretty much locking down that Champions League spot, right? I'm moving away in third from Bayer Leverkusen and the others.
I think so. And Leverkusen's result today with the draw didn't really help them. But Leipzig, they are playing complete football, if you can call it that. But the Bundesliga boring. Let's just call it a spade. But they've been playing good football, and I'm really happy that a team such as that team, they're doing well.
Yeah, the team that's doing well. So Bayern Munich, 10 victories on the trot pre-pandemic and in a pandemic, them win anywhere, and now they will continue to run in for this trophy on Tuesday. That's it from Bundesliga roundup. It's a formality. Go ahead, come on.
And also I wanted to talk about, did you see the injury? And I hope he's okay. It's a Liverpool loanee. What's his last name? You don't make a butcher it. Tawo Awani. He had an incident today, like a head collision. So I think he has a concussion and he's out. So we're not sure. He was stretchered off. I think he lost consciousness. I think his name is Tawo Awani. And okay. He's a Liverpool loanee. He's just 22 years old. Wow. I hope everything is okay with him.
And I have to big up Leon Bailey too. Congratulations to Leon Bailey on the birth of his child. So big up Leon Bailey. Hey, Island Sports, big up Leon Bailey. Big up Leon Bailey. Congratulations. and more blessings and during this.
Some people always hear that management team. Big up, but we hope that young man is recovered speedily in terms of the injury and get back on the field and get back to full health. And congrats to Leon on his new journey with his child. Moving away from Bundesliga, as Bayern Munich definitely going to win that and lock up that. Don't know. Coppa Italia, we're going to touch that real quickly. Juve, Napoli. I mean, your thoughts on that? You know, they defeated the Milan side, Inter Milan. Eriksson scored in from a corner kick, but I mean the game itself. Your thoughts on the quality? It was just.
I'm just glad Ronaldo never scored. I'm just glad him never scored. My Messi shine this weekend. We can't bother with Ronaldo. But Inter Milan, they were struggling. The red card didn't help. So our boy scored the second goal. It was a good goal. So I hope, Juventus can hold on to the lead and just win the title outright.
So this Wednesday is Coppa Italia. So you're hoping that Juventus will win on Wednesday against Napoli in the final? Come on, you going for Juventus?
Of course, why not?
You like Ronaldo that much, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Napoli, me say with. Junior, your thoughts on the Coppa Italia semi-final and what transpired on the field, and Inter Milan and Conte unable to overcome that deficit, and Juventus winning on a away goal rule. I mean, we know it's AC Milan an idiot side still.
No, we're not.
Idiot side still.
No, we're not. But well, let's not say AC Milan is an idiot side because the man them is a restart. Anything could have happened.
AC Milan an idiot side.
Ronaldo miss a penalty. Inter though, it's one thing in football that generally travels is defense, tenacity, energy, right? A well-prepared team will always have that. And for a Conte-led team to have an early lead and regardless of the circumstances, and to give up an early lead, it's not a good start. It's not a good start because again, it's not like Inter Milan is this tactical football that is highly dependent on timing. They are a very pragmatic defense-first team that just happen to be very talented going forward. So, a question that Juventus now, Cristiano Ronaldo is Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, a missing penalty, whatever, they win them gone through, they're going to beat Napoli. The whole world right now is on this see here, Messi is better than Ronaldo even after a pandemic. Napoli fans who are not going to be at the game, the Napoli players are like, can you guys please shut the hell up because I don't want to play against a pissed off Ronaldo. That's what you're going to get. So Juventus have beat them badly.
That Junior is picking Juventus to win. He's a Ronaldo fanboy. It's run through. So the Coppa Italia final is set for Wednesday. This Wednesday coming up.
I think
Napoli versus Juventus. Napoli definitely eager to try to win this title. Last time they won it was 2014. Last time Napoli won this, so they're eager to try to win some sort of silverware. Good luck to you, Napoli.
And Juventus is having they're having a problem where I think even Serie was talking about that he got swept up in having 5 substitutes. So he didn't even play, he didn't manage properly. He come like a next my boy named Lampard. But Ronaldo and the Ballas, I think they're having a little issue where they're not as fluid. And I don't think they're working well together. So Sarri need to fix that if he wants to have all everybody firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, but come on. In all fairness though, the Ballas is coming off weeks, months of the COVID-19 experience. So that chemistry is going to take a while to get back to where it was. 'Cause I remember at one point they were playing somewhat good together, So
but I understand, but it's still kind of there was and this is it. Ronaldo was kind of off, to be honest.
Yeah.
We know I'm fanboy or whatever, but let's be fair.
I'll be fair.
He didn't have his best game. He was off, and the Ballas actually did not look like somebody coming off an injury or the COVID-19. He actually had a good enough game. So it's just the chemistry is still not there. You could see the individual brilliance when it came to the baller. But then it's like, I don't know. And maybe it's the same issue with Messi and him. It's just that him probably just too good where it just don't work with other players.
Okay. And one elephant in the room for me that I'm looking to assess, pre-COVID, we've been trying to figure out if Gattuso is definitely the man for this Napoli team. There's questions about his coaching ability. He's got them into this final. So let's see how Gennaro Gattuso goes about it on Wednesday, leading this Napoli charge. One thing you know, it will be a fisticup from Napoli with a Gattuso at the helm.
True.
Stepping away from Coppa Italia, EPL is back this Wednesday. Yo, come on. You have an overview of what exactly is the latest update from, one player tested positive from the latest round of testing. It hasn't released from which team the player tested positive from.
Norwich.
Norwich?
Yeah, Norwich. And Tottenham played against Norwich in a friendly.
Yes, and Tottenham did lose us that friendly. Some of the major points coming out of the EPL project restart latest meeting players and staff not required to wear masks. We're seeing in other leagues where the bench players and the coaching staff, there was some stipulation about wearing masks. They now have to do that. They're encouraged not to spit or clear their nose. No ball boys or ball girls. One positive, and will be drinks break because of course they got the stage where the climate is getting, temperatures are rising there. With that being said, Man City versus Arsenal is a feature match on Wednesday. One of the idiot match is the precursor between Aston Villa and another idiot side. But the big matchup that we're looking for, Man City versus Arsenal. How many will Man City get? How many will Arsenal get? Your thoughts, come on.
Hold on there. How much Man City are going to get? Try to say how much Man City are going to give. 6-1. 6-1, Arsenal going to get. And send them back at them yard. 6-1. 6-1.
Man City should have Sane and Laporte back. I don't know if it's good for them to have Sane back. It's Laporte back.
And take out Otamendi. If them put back Otamendi runner back, they're going to lose all them. I mean, Pep can't so fool. Otamendi is not the answer. Do not put him on the pitch. Put Mahrez round there. Do not put Otamendi on the pitch. And this is coming from a Chelsea fan.
I thought Otamendi is the answer for your beloved Argentina.
Oh, you mean that's why Messi don't speak to him?
Junior, come on, is going bad on Arsenal. Let's focus on Arsenal for a little bit. She's been beating Arsenal all week. 6-1. Do you think Arsenal will get 6-1? We expect somewhat of a healthy outfit for Arsenal. Lucas Torreira is supposed to be back. There's jury out on Tierney. He should do a fitness test. Mikel Arteta, the student versus the teacher.
Benton. All of that is just fun that to the side. Listen to me. The whole world is expecting Manchester City to wipe the floor with Arsenal, don't it? Now, people in the whole world that is watching Ball Chat, listen to me for a minute. Man City did not grow any midfielders over the last 3 months during COVID. Man City have some old players. They need to stretch before the game start. Man City have nothing to play for. Liverpool already won the league. Man City is not going to drop out of the Champions League. Oh, by the way, a Champions League they're not going to play next year.
You don't know that.
Come on, listen, it is what it is right now. This is from the players' perspective. As far as the players are concerned, we are banned from Champions League next year. Sane is healthy. They just ran Sane through the mill. But Sane is coming back now. Who is on Sane's side? Who isn't against Sane? Who is for Sane? Pep coaching versus his student, his pupil. This is Kevin De Bruyne that we heard talk about Manchester United when they played against Manchester. Oh, we only prepared for them for 1 hour before. And this is his disciple now going to tell Arsenal, the young Arsenal team, yo, they are over there thinking they're going to kill you. Ozil just lose his endorsements with Adidas or whoever, right?
All right,
Hold on,
engineer, come
Benton.
on,
No,
man.
Benton. It's simple. It is simple. Arsenal is going to beat Manchester City this Wednesday. I am guaranteeing it. Arsenal is going to dominate Manchester City. I promise you. If I'm not going to be here next week. So remind me the week after. But I'm promising you, Arsenal is beating Man City this week. They have more to play for. They are playing for the Champions League. Man City have nothing to play for. Arsenal beating Man City this week.
Cannot be playing for the Champions League. They're in the 9th position. They're sitting on 40 points. If the 5th place make it to the Champions League, Arsenal don't have a chance. You have Spurs, Sheffield, and Wolves in front of them. So Arsenal playing for Europa League. Come on, Junior, talking about a foolishness as usual with this Arsenal. But I mean, to assess your 6-1 prediction, I think that's a bit far-fetched, though. I mean, come on.
Why is it far-fetched? Who beat Arsenal in our friendly this week? Who beat Arsenal in our friendly this week? Was it Burnley? Who did beat them?
Friendlies don't count.
Okay, Junior, just because your team lose, why friendlies don't count?
I've been saying that from
preseason. It's a warm-up game. It's a window into the soul of Arsenal.
All right.
What? Listen, Pep need to just come out there and execute. On paper, Manchester City have a defense problem. For Arsenal, them kind of have a back line issue as well, because David Luiz will get an extension. God knows why, but anyways, thanks to the money, Arsenal. So it is going to be interesting. I'm just thinking that Manchester City have more firepower and they'll score more. Maybe I'm gonna say 6-1. All right, 6-2.
All right, real quick.
Go ahead.
Fun and joke aside, Manchester City they are dependent on chemistry. This is a team that hasn't played any football for the last 3 months. I don't care about the preseason. I don't care about warm-up games.
System, yeah.
They are going to need time. If we think Bundesliga looked bad when they started, imagine Man City that a player is going to want to do a one-touch and move and this and that. And then when they have to gear up themselves for Premier League speed, and that player is expecting David Silva or whoever to make a step, and he's one step late, and Arsenal break away with that front three against that bad City defense, just trust me, guys. City are dependent on chemistry. Arsenal are going to be playing against a team that the whole world expect them to lose. There's no pressure. I think Arsenal will be.
Hold a second. You're talking about chemistry. Are these players new? They went on a break, yes, but are they new? Them a play with them one another how many months before this break? Them not new junior.
No,
so Sterling run down the line when I collect the ball. Them used to do it last season and earlier this season. Why do you think it has changed? Because them get 3 months off. 3 months off. No, appease Sean, but it's OT, Sean, but it's OT.
No, I'm not.
All right.
All right, we'll see. We'll just remember I said look at it this way. When you look at the final start for the game Wednesday, I promise you we're going to say, if there wasn't any pandemic, Man City would have had 75% of the ball. And watch how that game be more to 50-50. And if the game is 50-50 possession, you guys are going to tell me that City is going to be able to stop Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Ozil running through that midfield.
Okay.
You're gone too far now.
All right. Remember I said it.
All right, that Man City Arsenal Wednesday at 3:15 p.m. But it should be a good matchup. Looking forward to it. Nicolas Pepe, higher purchase baller. Come on. Running at that Man City defense. So we look forward to that. Another big EPL match on Friday. Manchester United versus Big Bad Spurs. Jose Mourinho applauded the Dele Alli's apology, showing some very growth in Dele Alli's. But regardless of apology or not, he will not have Dele for this game. Does it matter? Come on, and Junior.
No, it don't matter. I mean, we don't know which Dele Alli will go get. because you have the good one and you have the not so good one. So Josie just need to work with whatever tools him have at his disposal and keep it moving. Still, I'll get to make a whoop still by Manchester United because Pogba is back, even though them lose. Who them lose against Junior? Barely 2-1
West Brom.
friendly.
West Brom.
West Brom. Anywhere. So and I want a stars player. But either way you take it, Spurs are gonna lose to Manchester United. So Dele Alli not being there is it don't make a difference.
Big players are back. Harry Kane is back. Son is also coming back from a little injury, and Bergman. So Sissoko is also back, and Pogba is back. Junior, you're the Manchester United fan, and you're looking to see Pogba in that midfield from the start.
I'm worried about that game because these are the games that Jose make it so boring, make it so long, drawn out, and they have the talent to just nick a one goal. Manchester United have the stupidity gene that has not been taken out as yet to give up the one goal against the runner play. So I don't know how that game is going to be played. Both teams have a lot to play for. Both coaches are so opposite in their styles of playing. I don't know. And the quality, I think both teams are even. It can very well be a 0-0 boring game. And I expect it to be a draw. I really do. I don't think it's going to be any fireworks. If there are fireworks, then it's going to be out of stupidity or out of a player layoff that it's just going to be a lapse in concentration. But that game, I think, is going to be a boring.
Okay. And in the first matchup between these two teams, of course, that was on a different circumstances. Manchester United, Marcus Rashford was instrumental as Manchester United won that game. Come on, do you expect Pogba and Bruno Fernandes to be instrumental in this Manchester United midfield?
They should. Both of them salaries can feed the entire, section of Jamaica. They should. Why not? They should come out and play well. They're not injured anymore, and they had some time to clear their heads and get back, set. So I think they can do it. They can actually play well and do some damage.
Manchester United versus Spurs Friday at 3:15 p.m. Kev Leslie says one monkey don't stop no show. I guess as it relates to Ronaldo, I don't know. Sean White says Arsenal. Big up Junior. I guess he's celebrating Junior for giving Arsenal a chance. He says Chelsea will win the EPL. I don't know if it's next year.
I don't want to big up anymore. If I say Chelsea win EPL, I don't want to big up that.
And big up Kofi Paul watching us. Sean says Pogba is the weak link. Manchester United play him, they will lose if they play him. Big match in the EPL coming up this round also. Merseyside derby. Big side rolling for the championship. Liverpool versus Everton. I feel sorry for Everton. Yermina is injured. Gambini, I'm trying to struggle with his name here. The holding midfielder is out indefinitely. I don't know what to expect from Everton. I just know that they're going to lose, right?
Yeah, them to stay home.
But being a derby doesn't make a difference, though. They still have the Slio Fox, Carlo Ancelotti, and Mohamed Salah, and I'm wanting to give Everton fans some hope in this game. It's the first.
Everton fans.
Mohamed Salah and Robertson are suffering from a little niggly injury, but they're expected to play. Junior, your thoughts on this?
Common sense, Liverpool is going to win, but it's a rivalry game, and Everton should have had this game circled pre-pandemic. During the pandemic, I would expect Ancelotti to send a text to everybody, hey, remember the first game we're playing is against Liverpool, so go run. So it might be close, and then Liverpool's character and their charisma would just shine at the end. And it might be just 1-1 with 15 minutes left and Liverpool score 3 goals late.
Yeah. And so A list of fixtures are out, ready for the EPL to kick off back again. At least this round of matches of list of fixtures are out. What do you expect from Wolves? They were one of those hot teams running into this pandemic. Do you expect them to fade away, or still? And Sheffield United, those two teams, as the kickoff start back.
I still think, listen, I think the playing field is level. Everyone was on a break. So I think, the teams will come back and they'll all play at the same level. I mean, in regards to Sheffield and Wolves, they're not world-class teams. They had a run of luck, and I think the luck will continue for Wolves, and I think the luck will continue for Sheffield. So I think they'll actually do well. How about Watford?
Junior, Watford, on the other end of the spectrum, I mean, Troy Deeney, he didn't reverse course about not playing. Can Watford survive without Troy Deeney as things get started back? Can they stay in the league?
Troy Deeney big up, but I have to use this joke. They definitely will survive an all-you-can-eat buffet without Troy Deeney. After that, no, they can't survive the EPL. I mean, they weren't going to survive the EPL with Troy Deeney. He's their charismatic leader. He's their heart, their soul. But, nah, I don't even know why we're talking about it. But Wolves and Sheffield, though, I think they're going to be better off post-pandemic because the style of football that they play, their style will translate more as the other teams try to figure out how they're going to play because both of them are very strong defensively. Sheffield had a wonder midfield that has ran the Premier League ragged. So as long as they remain fit, they should still play at that level. Wolves' organization will still be there because it's not like you're going to forget what organization is like. They don't need the ball. They just beat it on the counter-attack with the Mexicans. So I think they will continue to strive. I think Watford, they're already planning for life in the next leagues.
And Watford sitting right outside the relegation zone in 17th position. Big match between Aston Villa and Bournemouth for the relegation zone. Relegation battle coming up on Wednesday. As we move away from football in Europe, any other comments on EPL restart? Exciting matches. Come on, and Junior, before we move away from that.
Ready up.
Ready up. I'll move away from football in Europe and kick it around with football in our own backyard. MLS restart is set. Come on, you excited, Junior? You don't watch MLS that much, but how you feel? Your thoughts?
It's okay, but let's talk about the policy. Remember, we were touching on the policy. So today, Cindy Parlow Cohn, who is the new president of U.S. Soccer, they repealed policy 604-1, and that policy was that anyone who plays, any person representing a federation, national team, shall stand respectfully during the playing of national anthems. They repeal that. So now Rapinoe can kneel. Anybody who wants to kneel can kneel when playing for the national team. Yes. I don't know what it says for MLS teams. So that's what they're saying. It's kind of exciting. The format, MLS is restarting in a tournament style format in Orlando. It's going to be really interesting. The tables are out there, the schedule's out there. So, when it starts, July 8th?
Yeah, July 8th to August 11th, the final will be. In ESPN, Walt Disney World, ESPN is going to be hosting that tournament. 26 teams, 6 groups, top two finishers, along with 4 best third place teams move on to the knockout stage, round of 16 stage and if the games are tied at the end of relegation, it's straight penalty. Winner go home. Sort of format.
America always comes some foolishness for them straight penalty.
Yeah.
But also remember the points, they're going to use the points at the tournament, they're going to use it for the regular MLS season as well.
Yes. So there's still a hope that they will still have some MLS regular season at the end of this tournament. Maybe at the tail end with a hope to have MLS Cup somewhere around December thereabout. That's what Dan Garber. There is one elephant in the room. Some players our players can get an exemption to not take part in this tournament. Those who have underlying conditions or they have a partner that is pregnant. Javier Chicharito and the big money baller out of LA Galaxy, their partners are pregnant. Can they have this tournament without these big fancy players? They need these guys.
They need them for what?
Javier Chicharito. It was a draw for MLS.
Everybody coming out. Hey, look here. Everybody coming out looking fat and chubby. Chicharito, you see a picture of Chicharito? Him not that skinny. They like he might carry half of the pregnancy weight for the wife. So they can have it without them. They have other star players. You know, LA Galaxy might just not win, but they have other star players that they can slide in. So we'll see.
Big up Marlon Gillette watching us on Balchat YouTube page. He says, isn't MLS a private organization? If so, they can make whatever rules they deem relevant to their operations. As it relates to the standing or not standing for the flag, I think essentially they can make the rules that govern them as a private entity. But of course, from a fan base, one of the pushback here, as we saw with the NFL and other leagues or other situations where people have knelt during the anthem, is that you don't want to turn off potential financial input from a certain fan base or certain people in this community or in this country, right? Mm-hmm. Come on, Arjuna, you want to chime in on that?
Marlon is correct. But if you follow Twitter and follow like the clubs, you realize majority of soccer fans really don't care. I mean, the president came up by saying that he won't watch, and people were like, okay, bye, see ya. You know, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. So I do think that people really don't care. The majority of the people don't care if Rapino want to kneel or people in what one, they just want to see some football played.
Yeah. MLS kickoff July 8th. Tournament run all the way to August 11th. The pot is what, $1.1 million sitting there for winner. It's like a whole heap of money that for American soccer. The games will be played early in the morning, 9 a.m. and late in the evening because of the potential hot temperatures down in Florida there. Games will be shown on ESPN also. Moving away from the MLS return, and we'll talk more about the MLS return as we get more information, as we get closer to the tournament. Discussion about World Cup qualifier, some major proposal that's potentially on the table, as reported by multiple outlets, haven't been confirmed by CONCACAF yet. Potential CONCACAF top 12 CONCACAF ranked teams split into 3 groups of 4. Group winners qualify for World Cup. Second place team advanced to playoff in an intercontinental playoff. Is this a good look if they actually enact this format for World Cup qualifiers? Is this a good thing for the Reggae Boys? Come on, Andrew.
No. It's more like one and done. It's like there's just no room for error. And it's like with our national team, you don't know what you want to get. It's like a mixed bag. So you're like, we need the X because we need to experiment. We have to lose, we have to win, we have to draw. The one and done is just not something that I think the JFF is ready for. Can't handle. USA complaining about the same thing. So can you imagine, Canada is all up in arms. So can you imagine us? So I don't like it. I want by the X. I want to struggle against Nicaragua. And still come back and beat them the next round and advance. So I don't understand what's going on here. I don't like it.
So it's not confirmed yet, but it's been reported that they're discussing this format. Junior top 12 CONCACAF ranked teams split into 3 groups of 4. From first place winners, we have 3 slots with a 4th slot playing off for the World Cup in 2022. Each group winner will automatically go to that World Cup. Junior, your thoughts? Will the Reggae Boys be happy with this format is enacted?
Ultimately, yeah. People don't like change, but yeah, I think that's I would prefer that than the hex, because the hex gives you this false sense of hope, where you can remember, with the hex, the rule of thumb is win your home games, try to get a draw away, and you're guaranteed to make it to the World Cup, right? But then that is a false sense of hope because all of these other teams can come up to your inconsistent team and beat you at your house. So if everybody plays with that same level of intensity every game, then the cream should rise to the crop. I support it. That is how they do it in Africa. That's how they do it for the Euro qualifiers as well. So why not? We're not South America where you have a bag of teams that are for the most part even, apart from Argentina and Brazil, of course. We don't have that parity in our region. So, the teams them get
you're wicked. You know, once Jamaica gone World Cup, you're wicked. If you talk about what you like. If you talk about what you like. Junior, we're not that good. We're not that good. We're not that confident. We need the X. Just like how the X need us, we need the X. We need to go up and down and up again. We can't.
But come on.
It's not a good format for us. It's a good format for us.
No, hold on, come on. How is the Hex any different? You remember what the semi-final is before the Hex, It's the same thing as the World Cup qualifications that they're proposing. Remember the semi-finals is you have different zones, and then the top two go through to the Hex, right? Three groups, top two go through to the Hex. It's the same exact thing. And people used to say, let's avoid America, let's avoid Mexico, or let's not drop in a group with Costa Rica and Mexico, or blah, 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 and you have a chance. It's the same mentality. We
can beat Costa Rica.
But that is the problem. So we're calling for the Hex now. And if we are not even sure if we are good enough to make it to the Hex, let's not talk about the Hex. Let's get to a level where we're sure that we would have made it to the Hex, and then we talk about why we need the Hex. But right now, it is better because all the teams are inconsistent. We don't know who El Salvador is. We don't know who Panama is. We don't know who Costa Haiti. We don't know. We just say traditionally these teams are good, blah, blah, blah. But any moment the federation can be in shambles. So it doesn't, as long as Jamaica avoid a group with Mexico and America, we stand a great chance of making it to the World Cup. That
is the concern, is getting to pull in a group with Mexico and the US.
No, but they're going to do the zoning based off ranking. So if Jamaica happens to be the third best team in CONCACAF, they're not seeing the first or second.
Well, what ranking we'll get. But once again, I want to remind football lovers that it's not official. They haven't voted on it yet. It's just being discussed. Come on, before we wrap up the show, how does this affect? I mean, one of the good things about this, the teams, the 13 and downward teams outside of CONCACAF ranking, outside of this 1 to 12 ranking, does have some opportunity. It's limited opportunity, but they do still have a chance because they could get into that playoff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So a team like a Haiti, Curacao that did well in the Gold Cup, recently held Gold Cup. How do you see this new format potentially affecting them?
You know what? I'm not busy about them, I'm busy about my side. My side are up at the top. I don't know about them, but for Curacao, I mean, I know. I just think Curacao is one of those dark horses that you think can. I don't even know. We don't have no friendlies playing, so we just don't know. We just have to just sit and wonder what is going on. Like Junior said, maybe it is good for. No, not like what Junior said. I completely disagree.
Come on, hold on. But hear this though. Hear this.
Mm.
The best game Jamaica ever played under Schaefer was the very first game in Mexico, don't it? You remember that 0-0 game?
But where we draw 0-0?
Yes.
We could have win?
Well, we could have win. That was the best game. And what was the most significant thing about Jamaica and that game? I'll tell you, they never prepared. You brought in a bag of professionals. We never touch the ball. We never go up on the field. We don't play no practice game. It's just a bag of professionals come in and the coach said, look, I want you to play this way. And the man then figured it out. Jamaica will field 11 professional footballers. All of these other Caribbean nations, all of these teams are going to have second, not rate, but they're going to have lower tier footballers playing amongst their professional footballers. Right off the bat, Jamaica.
But in Jamaica, the only countries where you can talk about them feeling full, great professionals would be USA and Mexico.
Yeah.
Maybe Canada. But you know Tapa is going to appease the local mass by including some Portmore man who no kick no ball for over 6 months. So you might, yes, get the professionals in, but then he's always going to mix. It's the same thing other people say about Tapa. He wants to experiment when he's not supposed to experiment. So you can sound like a faith in Tapa and
Come
JFF
on, you see that word? Come on, you see that word?
Right.
You see that word that he used, experiment? That was the word that he used to describe the hex. If this goes through, there's no experimenting. You have to get your 11. All right, put it this way, come on.
Yeah.
Put it this way. If Tapa draw in a RSPL baller that don't play the football for the last 8 months, 10 months, a year, and you have some baller playing in England, Italy, Germany right now, MLS playing right now, and Tapa go draw some local baller just because, big up yourself, Tapa. JFF for the might be watching. You deserve it.
Kev Leslie says Jamaica not ready, none at all. Sean says JFF just needs to get their house in order. Dwight Spence, big up yourself, family, says Jamaica needs to establish home field advantage. The office is a walk in the park to visit. Was a stable back in the day in the run into the World Cup 98 qualification. Sean says there are enough quality Jamaican players out there playing first world leagues that can compete. He also says, get the house in order. Kev Leslie said, Tapa out. Rastafari.
Tapa out, but who in? JFF not the money, but that's not even it too. But remember, Tapa's whole thing, you know, Tapa don't like foreigners. Let us put it out there. Tapa felt slighted.
Those are the views of come on,
okay, this is the views of come on. Yeah. Tapa felt slighted when Simoes brought in the foreigners. Let us put it out there. For all who never know, that's how it is. And Tapa can't say no all they want, but that's how it is. So Tapa's thing, and if you notice, and you can't blame him, because how can you have a national team and you don't have local players on the national team who play from the local league? All right, that's one of the things. But what Tapa is doing is he wants to please the locals. He wants to please the mass, and he wants to win. So the man between a rock and a hard place. So I'm going to bring in some local players that we think should not be called, and then I'm going to bring in some foreigner, and I'm going to mix it, and I'm going to mess it up. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. If you look at Canada don't get no man who play third division and sit down somewhere and not get no minutes. You have players who don't get any minutes, don't have a club, and get called into the national team. You don't see anybody else that no other country does that. So if Tapa figure it out, then yes, Junior, maybe the one and done can be something that we can excel at. But if we want to experiment and play people out of position and just bring some people, make them play at airport and sit down for 5 hours for the game tomorrow, it's just not going to work. And I think the World Cup is just too big an event for us to mess up. We have the tools. I have
100% full confidence in Theodore Tapa Whitmore. He is going to make the right decision. The best Jamaica team will be available, and we are going to put our best foot forward.
I would text you. I want money them.
Don't worry, that was set. Just to remind football fans, it's not official. It's just being discussed, a potential format. But 2022 World Cup qualifier, CONCACAF 2022 format, will hopefully hear some definitive answer on this format, or what format they will use for the World Cup qualifiers coming down. Top 12 CONCACAF ranked teams split in 3 groups of 4. Group winners will qualify automatically. Second place go on in a yard, or go play in a tournament. I know one coach who's licking his chops to get this going is Tata Martino, not Tapa. Tata Martino, Gerardo Tata Martino, Mexico. Easy route, 1 group win, and then you're gone to World Cup. Junior, Kev Leslie said Tapper out. Kofi Powell said tell JFF to get the F out. Kev Leslie also says that was Kofi Powell. He says get enough chance regarding JFF. Dwight Spence says JFF needs to fire their travel agent. And Kev Leslie is recommending the General Admiral Bailey or Jerome Louis.
To do what? Step away from the liquor, Kevin. Now what time now?
Yeah,
Early, man.
Big belly man.
Can't
Wrapping up
travel.
the show. Last comment, Sean White says, I don't think Tapper want Jamaica to fail either. They just need to get the squad of players right there. And I agree with you, Sean.
I agree, Sean.
Think Tapper want Jamaica to fail. So all the bad mind can go and sit down. Football lovers, thank you for joining us. Engineer, wrap up the show now.
Yeah, man. Yo, it's been fun. You know, you can follow us on Instagram at Ball Chat Podcast, on Twitter at Ball Chat 1, on Facebook at Ball Chat. You can email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. We have a special guest passing through next week. Look out for the flyer. You guys are going to enjoy next week's show as more leagues start. And again, get your ballers and bugs ready for next week. You understand? Forward with your ballers and bugs of the week. So, I hate that to know. Benton.
Pray for Arsenal, we are saying.
Arsenal will be beating Man City this Wednesday. You guys are going to say next week, boy, Junior know him at talk about it.
Come on, how much Pogba get? How much Pogba mash up Manchester United? Side. Look at more, fam.
All right, later.
Bless up.